The surgery was just over a week ago, 1 week ago yesterday. And what I had done, well, the big one was the sort of brow reduction. They reduced the brow bone quite a bit down here, so it's a lot more round. And I've seen the CT scans, there's a huge difference. And they also opened the orbitals a little bit, the simultaneous hair transplant. A lipofeminization, and also I had a little lip lift done. How do I think these operations are going to change my life? They don't change who I am, but they allow me to align how I think of myself with how the world perceives me. And I think that's important, because I think people should see the person that I feel that I am. And I think it's important to be genuine in that way, when you meet people, that they see a face that you feel is your own. That it doesn't feel like you have to be constantly explaining that you aren't really this thing that they are seeing. And I think that's important. And I think it's important when you work in a job where you're meeting people and you're talking to people and going to meetings and doing things. You want to be the accurate version of yourself. You want to show people who you are and who you feel like, your true self. Well, after I had been on hormones for a year and was eligible for surgeries, I just had the breast work done, and I was asking my doctors, like, what options do I have, what's out there? And one of them suggested, or two of them suggested Facial Team, and I looked at that, and I decided to do a free consult. And after that was done, they sent me an offer, and for fewer surgeries, by the way, than I had originally been asking for. And they said, like, gotta limit yourself. You're actually you don't have to change all these things. Most of these things are just fine. So I thought that was very professional of them, because, I was asking really for a lot more than they thought I should be getting. I'm going to be the first transgendered person that a lot of people will meet or talk to, or maybe even hear about. And as such, I think it's kind of my job to do so in a positive way, in a way that both lets people know that there's nothing wrong with this, that this doesn't change who I am. They shouldn't vote for me because of this or against me because of this. But it doesn't matter, it shouldn't dissuade you from going into politics if you're trans. It shouldn't dissuade you from voting for a party that has a transgendered person on the list. Or it shouldn't really persuade you towards it, unless it's the only party willing to do so. So I think it's important, because if we are going to take up space in the public consciousness, we have a certain responsibility to do so in a positive way, so that kids who are wondering if they are different, they have positive role models, so that people who are concerned about all the weirdos taking over society have a more concrete example of just sort of a normal person who is just doing their everyday job, same as everyone who happens to be trans. So I think that's important. And kind of that's a personal goal of mine, to do what I do in my job and in politics, without it being because I'm trans, but more like showing that being trans doesn't have to really change anything.